Well, we're going to have a look at what I've been doing over the winter. We've got the hedge at the bottom here, which I planted up with some sea buckthorn last year, but I didn't protect it, or rather I used, you can see here, I used little twigs from blackthorn, which is really spiky, and I stuck these in the ground to, it has worked, it's protected, there's the sea buckthorn, it's protected it a bit, but it's been nibbled by the deer and the hare. So this winter I've planted a few fruit trees, some plums, a cherry plum, a damson, and I've got the tree guards this time, and I will plant some more sea buckthorn perhaps next winter, because I've got some cuttings that I'd like to grow. Hopefully they'll work. And then a big job I did was laying the hedge, starting at the bottom here, this lovely pear tree that I grew from a seed, which is now a fine tall tree. And I've rediscovered a yew tree that I planted about 20 years ago in the hedge here by the telegraph pole. You can just see it there. That can now grow on. Now it's got some light. So I basically laid this hedge, which was, it was quite tall, and some of the trees were very big, so it's not the easiest thing to lay because there were lots of gaps at the bottom, but I've done my best to lay it, and most of them will survive. And then what I'm doing is planting various seedling trees. I've got lots of fruit and a few nut trees along this side. This side faces southwest, so this will get a lot of light all along the inside here. So I'm hoping to have a lot of fruit and things like that growing up. And I've left one or two nice trees that were already growing in the hedge. There's a nice little hawthorn there, and a hazel and a holly female with berries. And then this is an ash tree which is hanging on. I think it might have a little bit of dieback, but I'm not sure, can't quite see. We'll see how it sprouts when the leaves come out. But I left that one, and then there's a few field maples up at the top, and another ash. Oh no, yeah. Yes, it is an ash. Oh, there's a box there as well, which I put in a couple of years ago. That will now get some light. And all I've been doing is, you can see I've angled these saplings. I've just put a bamboo cane and a tree guard and a little bit of wood chip to hold the moisture in. But I'll leave them to it, see how they get on. And the other hedge at the top here, the meadow, I've put in some Elaeagnus. This is going to be an Elaeagnus hedge. I've got Russian olive and autumn olive, and I've got some Olista as well. 3 kinds of Elaeagnus. I did the same thing. I put some in last year, but as you can see, they got attacked by the deer. Really, you have to protect young trees, but I thought I'd give it a try with the blackthorn. They've survived, but they're a little bit battered. So again, I've got more cuttings. My plan next winter is to thicken up both these hedges, top and bottom. There's Grace's oak, which we grew from an acorn. I've got 2 trees in the field. Down in the far corner where that cage is, you can just see it there. There's a horse chestnut seedling. That's where my youngest daughter's placenta is buried. And this is Grace's oak, my eldest daughter, and we put her placenta in there. And this was an acorn actually that she planted as a baby. And it's looking quite happy now. So that's the hedge from the inside. We'll go and have a little walk up the outside just to have a look. So this is the lane side, starting from the pear tree at the bottom. You can see laying. It's a very wild, not a professional job, but it will work. You cut most of the way through the tree, as you can see, and then lay it over. And that thin bit that's still connected will enable the tree to grow now, but obviously it's grown at an angle and thickly because all the stems are laid down. And I've put all the dead wood in between as a temporary thickener, but obviously the idea is that the growing trees fill up the gaps in time. I've put a few more saplings in the gaps there. There's the holly and the hazel, and a solitary hawthorn which I've let grow on. Yeah, you can see some of them were very thick and they're very hard to lay because they tend to break, so hopefully some of these will survive, and then the big stumps themselves will sprout anyway. So there we are. I didn't have any binders or stakes really, and I kind of like it being a bit wild on the top, a bit uneven, so it's not too uniform. So in some places it goes a bit higher. In time that will give it a bit more character rather than just being all the same height. And then right in the top corner I've planted a row of trees that I will let grow into full trees. And these are all Italian alders, which is a great nitrogen fixer, and they make a good hedging tree, and they'll grow behind the hedge and provide some nitrogen feed when the leaves drop in the autumn on the other side. So I'm facing southeast here, so they're on the north side of the hedge, so they won't be shading out the hedge itself while it regrows. There's a nice field maple. You don't often see those as individual trees, so it'll be nice to have those in the hedge. And this is the top corner, which has a little young wild cherry growing in amongst the branches of the ash tree, which is hanging on, and that's full of holly growing in it as well. So that's our laid hedge on the lane.